our method was get in the car and drive until we see something cool. We'd see some little side road that looked overgrown, and our thought was always, there's something cool at the end of that road. There's an abandoned building or something. So we'd turn down these little roads and would spend all night driving little back roads looking for something, anything that would give us that adrenaline rush. There was one night we saw a little road. It looked like a driveway, and we mentioned it looked like a driveway, but we wanted to go down it anyway. We turned down there, started driving. We didn't get very far, and we come up to a house that looked like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house. And I jokingly said, what if somebody still lives there? Because it was run down, abandoned looking. And right about that time, we realized that at 1 o'clock in the morning, there was a guy sitting on the porch of this house, and he stood up and started yelling at us. We got the hay out of there. We didn't get shot at that night either. But we would eventually find our way back to the sawmill because we loved that place. There was always something out there. And if nothing else, the flying black thing would be out there because it was everywhere and it was just a crazy setting. And then occasionally there was the thing that just stood in one place that was very menacing. We found our way back out to the sawmill one night. We're walking around and nothing real crazy going on, but we had noticed when we got out of the car that the flying black thing was there with us. And the way he did it was normally he would be up in the trees and, like, for the lack of a better term, crawling. He would like crawl from tree to tree, and you could hear branches moving and stuff as he was going. But we made it all the way to the sawmill, and he had been crawling through the trees, flying around. You could see him pass over the moon. It was a real creepy view when he was there. But we decided it was time to ask. And I didn't know at the time that I have this strange gift to talk to things. And it's like on The Matrix when Neo plugs in and learns Kung Fu. That's when I start talking to them. It's like they plug into my brain and my brain downloads all the information that I need. And I understand everything that they've told me. Some people have this gift differently, such as Jimmy. He doesn't like download the information when something is talking to him. He sees things. He gets like clip art in his brain. Like they show him what they're trying to say. So he visually sees what they're saying. But anyway, I looked up into the trees. I found him. And I just said, "Who are you?" It was time for answers. I was tired of running, per se, because things did get crazy and we did still run from some stuff. But I had to know. So I asked him who he was. And he replied with, "I am the keeper of lost souls. I said, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean? And he said, I gather the souls of children who have died before the age of accountability, and I hold on to them until it's time to cross over. It was a crazy sentiment, but I understood it. I knew what he was saying. And I said, so why are you following us? And he said the phrase, because we're not all good. And I had no idea, like, what do you mean? What do you mean we're not all good? And that's when he explained to me that there was something else besides what I grew up learning. I grew up learning that there were angels, demons, God, the devil, and in turn there are ghosts, the souls of people who have passed away. He explained that there's something else that's never been human. They're not a ghost. It's an entity that's below angels and demons. They're a sort of errand boy. They have particular jobs, and they're a lower class than the angels and demons. And I thought on it for a little bit, and it makes sense in a way. I didn't fully grasp it because I was raised very strictly in one direction. And so I got it. I understood. I thought about it. I understood. I got it. And then I realized that what he meant by we're not all good is the other thing that's been in these places. And I asked him again, I said, what are you here for? We're not all good. You're talking about this other thing. And he said, I'm here to protect you. When you see me, that means something might go down, and I'm here to stop that from happening. And our minds were blown. It made sense. Because crazy things did happen. Every time he was there, something crazy happened. And so we coined this thing. We gave him a name, the Keeper. Obviously fits. He's the keeper of lost souls. Obviously call him the Keeper. And to this day, if you ask any one of our group, hey, can you tell me about the Keeper? Every one of us will look at you and smile, because we have some stories about the Keeper, which you're going to hear a lot of them. This other thing that just stands around watching, we gave him the name the Watcher. Very fitting, because that's all we've seen him do is stand there and watch. But the story twists a little bit with these two. They were the first of many entities that we met.